Incoming!
What do you get when you mix nanotech, insane action, and a teenage hero who can literally turn his arms into giant cannons? You get Generator Rex, one of the most underrated bangers in animated TV. Created by Man of Action, the same legends behind Ben 10 and Big Hero 6, this show might just be their best work since the original Ben 10. Set in a world plagued by mutated creatures called Evos, Generator Rex follows a snarky, likable teen with the power to turn his body into biomechanical weapons. He's not just fighting monsters, he's trying to cure them. The show's animation is next level. Emmy-winning backgrounds, a slick steampunk vibe with orange-tinted palettes, and fight scenes that slap. Think Avatar, Young Justice, and Voltron, legendary Defender levels of quality, with badass allies like the silent sword-wielding Agent 6 and the intense White Knight. This show doesn't just deliver action, it brings style, heart, and a surprisingly deep story. Yeah, it dips a bit in the middle, but the ride is still totally worth it. So without further ado, let's begin. 5 years ago, a strange accident released billions of tiny nanites into Earth's atmosphere. These nanites got into all living things and sometimes turn on randomly, changing creatures into monsters called EVOs. To deal with this threat, a group called Providence was created. Rex is a 15-year-old boy with amnesia who can control nanites. This lets him cure some EVOs and create weapons from his own body. At Providence, Agent 6 and Dr. Holiday watch over him as he fights EVOs worldwide, curing as many as he can. Tired of how Providence controls and treats him, Rex sneaks out with his chimp friend Bobo and meets a normal teenager named Noah. They're attacked by EVOs who drag them through a portal to Abyssus, a country full of EVOs. There they meet Van Cleis, the leader who can control the environment and feeds on nanites. Van Cleis hints that he knows Rex and was involved in the nanite accident. Rex escapes with Agent 6's help. Later, 6 and Holiday promise to treat Rex better and help uncover his past. It turns out Noah has secretly been working for Providence's leader, White Knight, to keep tabs on Rex. When Agent 6 almost kills a priest who turned into an EVO but Rex saves him just in time, Rex starts questioning Providence's harsh cure, contain, or kill approach. Later, Rex, 6, and Bobo head to Manhattan, which is overrun with zombie-like EVOs controlled by a man named Peter Meacham. White Knight decides the situation is too dangerous and orders a nuclear bomb to be dropped on the Manhattan Bridge to kill Meacham and all the infected people. Rex refuses to let New York be destroyed. He discovers that Meacham's daughter Sarah was kidnapped by Van Cleis, who is forcing Meacham to take over Manhattan. Once Rex explains this, Meacham agrees to work with him. Rex cures Meacham and all the infected people, then rescues Sarah and reunites her with her father. Providence takes Meacham under their protection to keep him safe. Rex, Noah, and Bobo sneak off to vacation at the beach resort Cabo Luna without telling Providence. There, Rex starts crushing on a mysterious girl named Circe. At night, Rex hears a weird noise and finds Circe fighting a huge sea monster Evo. After helping her defeat it, Rex discovers Circe is actually an Evo herself, who can make a sonic scream that attracts other EVOs. She summoned the sea monster as part of a test to join the pack, who follow Van Cleis. 6 shows up and helps Rex fight against the pack members. Rex tries to convince Circe to leave the pack and join Providence instead, but she says no. She explains that the pack are the only people who accept her for who she truly is. Circe goes back to Abyssus with the pack, while Rex returns to Providence feeling down and throws himself into his work. Back in Abyssus, Van Cleis isn't mad at Circe for failing her mission because he plans to use her growing relationship with Rex to get to him. A spider-like Evo breaks out of its special containment area in Providence headquarters, forcing Dr. Holiday to lock down the entire base. Rex and Noah get trapped in the petting zoo, which is where Providence keeps captured EVOs. They work together to avoid the spider EVO until Noah panics and accidentally reveals that White Knight hired him to spy on Rex. Rex gets so angry that he loses his powers temporarily. The spider EVO then captures Noah. When Rex and Holiday reach the center of the zoo, they find the EVO has wrapped Noah and several Providence agents in spiderwebs. Holiday then tells Rex something surprising. The spider EVO is actually her younger sister, and Rex can't cure her. Rex and Providence manage to capture the spider EVO again. Rex forgives Noah, but warns White Knight that he'll come after him if he ever tries to trick him again. Rex then leaves Providence, while Agent 6 takes the blame for exposing the truth about Noah. While running from Providence, Rex helps some engineers who were being attacked by EVOs. To thank him, they take Rex to their hidden village that's protected by a cloaking device. One engineer named Jacob explains that their community is made up of engineers who lost their jobs after the nanite event. They follow someone called the Architect, who's building a tower that can talk to nanites worldwide. Rex starts to like the community because they accept him, unlike the cold treatment he gets at Providence. But he grows suspicious of the Architect and investigates the tower. Rex discovers the Architect is actually a robot controlled by an evil AI called Zag-RS. Zag-RS plans to destroy all nanites, which would kill all living things, using the communications tower. Rex reveals the truth about the Architect to the villagers. Together, they shut down the tower and seemingly destroy Zag-RS. Rex then goes back to Providence, but only after making them agree that he, Bobo, Six, and Holiday will eat meals together every Friday, just like Jacob's family does. When Rex absorbs too many nanites from an EVO, he becomes critically ill. Providence takes him to Paradise Base in Antarctica for an emergency procedure to remove his excess nanites. After waking up from the procedure, Rex can't find Six, Bobo, or Holiday. He goes outside and sees the pack defeating them. Back inside the base, Rex is betrayed by a Providence scientist named Weaver, who has been secretly giving Rex's nanites to Van Cleis. Rex finds his friends, and they confront Weaver and the pack together. Weaver releases Rex's excess nanites to scare off the pack, but this causes Weaver to mutate into a huge EVO. Rex tries to cure Weaver, but instead finds himself talking with the nanites inside him and seeing flashes of his own past. Six manages to defeat Weaver, and Providence takes Rex to Purgatory Base on a remote desert island in the South Pacific to remove his remaining excess nanites. As Rex and Bobo go explore the island, Six and Holiday have a private conversation about Rex's true nature. Van Cleis and the pack show up unexpectedly at the United Nations headquarters in New York City. Rex can't attack him because Van Cleis has diplomatic immunity as Abyssus's leader. Van Cleis says he's there to give a speech to the UN delegates representing Abyssus, but Providence doesn't trust his motives. Van Cleis invites Rex to a party, and Rex goes with Six, Bobo, and Holiday. At the party, Rex finds his friend Cersei in an underground passage. There, Breach, one of Van Cleis's followers, is using her powers to teleport soil from Abyssus to New York. This gives Van Cleis his full powers. Van Cleis takes the UN delegates hostage, but Rex defeats him by blowing a hole in the underground passages, causing the East River to flood in. Rex is about to finish off Van Cleis when Van Cleis reminds him that he knows who Rex's parents are. This makes Rex hesitate just long enough for Van Cleis to escape. Rex wakes up in a strange boarding school in an empty town with no memory of how he got there. He calls Dr. Holiday and finds out that Breach attacked him and teleported him away using her portal powers. Holiday has Breach in custody and demands to know where Rex is. Rex explores the abandoned town and discovers he's in Greenville, Ohio. Holiday tells him the entire town disappeared without a trace 2 years ago. They figure out that Rex is trapped in a pocket dimension created by Breach, who's keeping him there as her newest doll in her collection. Rex realizes this pocket dimension is Breach's safe space where she keeps things she likes. He starts destroying all her other dolls to upset her, forcing her to release him. When she does, she seems to explode from the strain. Afterward, Rex feels sorry for how lonely Breach must have been and appreciates his own life more. Providence investigates attacks on wealthy people involving boxes that temporarily turn victims into EVOs. They trace these to Dr. Gabriel Rylander, a scientist who disappeared during the nanite event. Rex thinks Rylander might be his father and joins a mission to find him in South America. At Rylander's compound, they encounter Van Cleis and the pack searching for nanites. Rex meets Rylander, who explains he's not Rex's father, but named him. Rex's family worked on the nanite project, and after a serious accident, Rex was saved with experimental nanites that gave him powers. Rylander was targeting the project's commissioners as a warning. He reveals Rex has a living brother and injects him with a mysterious nanite. Before telling Rex everything, Rylander is stabbed by Van Cleis. During their fight, Rylander pushes Van Cleis into a nanite reactor, seemingly killing them both. A team of Providence soldiers led by Captain Callan, carrying an important data rod, are attacked and crash in the bug jar, the quarantined ruins of Kiev, Ukraine, which experienced a huge EVO outbreak shortly after the nanite event. The bug jar is protected by a huge one-way force field, which Rex is sent through to retrieve the data rod and the agents. In the bug jar, Rex encounters a faceless EVO nicknamed No Face, who wishes to use Providence's technology to escape from from the bug jar. Rex and the agents are able to defeat No-Face and his swarms of EVOs, and escape from the bug jar with the data rod, which they present to White Knight. While on a mission in Hong Kong, Rex meets a group of teenage EVOs who surprisingly recognize him. They reveal that before he lost his memory, they were all close friends and even lived together, with Rex as their leader. However, Rex is stunned to learn that his old friends now work for an EVO crime boss named Quarry, who's forcing them to pull off heists. Rex tries to help them break free, but Quarry drops a bombshell. It was Rex himself, before losing his memory, who betrayed them and handed them over. His friends, feeling hurt and betrayed, choose to stay with Quarry. Unwilling to let that be the end, Rex fights and defeats Quarry. He tells his friends that he refuses to be defined by his past and is determined to do what's right now. They make peace, and Rex lets them escape from Providence custody. When White Knight asks what happened, Rex simply says, "They got away." Dr. Holliday and a group of Providence scientists perform an experiment on board a space station in an attempt to develop an algorithm to cure EVOs, but the program only causes the nanites to self-destruct. Zag-RS then takes over the station, intending to use the algorithm to destroy all nanites on Earth. With the scientists kept hostage on the station, Rex rendezvous with them via a space elevator and aids Holliday in preventing Zag-RS from acquiring the program. Zag-RS seizes control of a robot and attempts to prevent Rex and Holliday from escaping the station as it hurtles toward Earth, but Rex and Holliday successfully escape as the station burns up in the atmosphere. Rex gets a surprise call from Cersei, saying there's trouble in Abyssus. He heads there with Six, Holliday, and Bobo, and they find the land falling apart. Cersei and the pack explain that after Van Kleiss's death, the nanite-infused environment is collapsing. The only way to fix it is with a machine Van Kleiss built. Though hesitant, Rex agrees to help when Holliday warns that letting Abyssus rot could be dangerous. But when Rex discovers the machine is meant to bring Van Kleiss back, he backs out. Suddenly, the room floods with dark nanite ink and his friends start drowning. With no choice, Rex activates the machine and revives Van Kleiss. Van Kleiss refuses to help unless Rex joins him. Rex agrees, and Van Kleiss saves the others. Rex shakes his hand but quickly realizes something's changed. He cures Van Kleiss using his altered nanites. Van Kleiss and the pack escape through breach. Cersei, torn but loyal, tells Rex she can't leave Van Kleiss, even if she still cares about him. Rex and Noah challenge each other to attend Providence basic training, where they are quickly overwhelmed by the strict and physically taxing training discipline. Meanwhile, Providence cadet Kenwyn Jones becomes annoyed with Rex for bringing down her overall ranking in the academy. Kenwyn sabotages the restraint collars on the EVOs used for combat training in hopes of evening the competition, but is then made to fight the EVOs, which break out of containment. The cadets, Rex and Noah, work together to stop the EVOs, and Kenwyn apologizes to Rex. Rex and Noah are then kicked out of the academy. An EVO virus breaks out across North America, causing all humans to fall into a deep sleep, while EVOs remain apparently immune. Rex, directed by Dr. Holliday, who has kept herself awake via neuroelectric shocks, is one of the only Providence agents still active, and is forced to deal with EVO threats across the continent and prevent anyone from getting hurt. After Dr. Holliday falls asleep as well, Rex is joined by White Knight himself in a massive battlesuit, and the two close in on Patient Zero, the source of the virus. When White Knight attempts to kill Patient Zero, he and Rex come at odds and then battle. White Knight reveals that he is the only pure human left on Earth, lacking any nanites in his body, and thus cannot turn into an EVO. Rex defeats Knight, but both are then attacked by a monster made of the virus. Rex is able to cure Patient Zero by entering the monster, and humanity is awoken from the virus. Rex later admits that he and Knight are similar, both being one of a kind. On Rex's birthday, which marks the anniversary of when he joined Providence, Agent Six reflects on the day they first met. Years earlier, Six and White Knight were partners working for the early Providence organization. During a mission in Mexico, they battled a massive mechanical EVO. After it exploded, Six discovered a young Rex in its fist. Upon learning that Rex could cure EVOs, Six secretly brought him to Providence and introduced him to Dr. Holliday. However, when White Knight found out about Rex, he ordered that Rex be dissected using a machine designed to strip nanites from a host, an act that would kill the host. Six and White clashed over the decision, and in the struggle, White ended up trapped in the machine. At the last second, Rex deactivated it, saving White's life. As a result, White Knight was stripped of all nanites and later chosen to lead Providence as the only human who couldn't become an EVO. In the present, Six gifts Rex a ceremonial tanto bearing the symbol of loyalty, saying they now walk the same path together. A large Providence convoy commanded by Six is transporting a case of unstable nanites through a desert. Rex, Bobo, and Noah are assigned the humiliating task of transporting the force's toilet paper on a beaten-up truck. When Rex and the others are separated from the convoy, it is attacked by a group of criminals led by an eccentric, self-proclaimed anarchist, Gatlock. Gatlock realizes that the convoy was actually transporting the toilet paper as a ruse, and Rex's truck is the one with the actual nanites. Gatlock and Rex encounter each other and battle, all while Rex tries to keep the nanites from going above sea level, as Six warned that doing so would make them go off. Rex defeats Gatlock and gives the nanites to Six, who reveals that they have been deactivated. Van Cleis and the pack launch a massive coordinated assault on all major Providence facilities around the globe, with Van Cleis personally targeting the Keep, Providence's aerial command ship. Rex, along with Noah and Bobo, attempts to stop the takeover, but Van Cleis captures Rex and reveals that residual nanites left behind from when Rex cured him have given him insight into Rex's powers. He then drains Rex of all his active nanites, restoring his EVO abilities and leaving Rex powerless. Beowulf throws Rex from the Keep, though Holiday manages to rescue him just in time. Van Cleis soon learns that Rex's nanites have granted him the ability to mutate living beings into EVOs, and he transforms the Keep's crew, including Captain Callan. At Providence HQ, Holiday discovers that Rex still contains one nanite, the mysterious and powerful Omega-1 nanite injected by Dr. Rylander. After the Keep crashes into HQ, Rex rushes to Purgatory Base, absorbs deactivated nanites, and gains a powerful new weapon. Using it, he defeats Van Cleis's forces. Though Van Cleis escapes, Rex is ready for him next time. A ruined Providence HQ is under reconstruction, and Rex lives at Noah's house while attempting to generate new machines with the Omega-1 nanite. At a shipyard transporting supplies to the HQ, Van Cleis and the pack attack in an attempt to steal the new power core for the base. Rex, Six, Holiday, Bobo, and Noah intervene and defeat Van Cleis, but Van Cleis turns Noah into a huge dog-like EVO who subsequently runs off in a destructive rampage. Rex chases Noah across the city to cure him before he is trapped in his EVO form forever. Rex successfully cures Noah and the two-corner Van Cleis in a sewer, with Rex defeating him with a new machine. However, Van Cleis reveals it was all a distraction so that Breach could steal the power core and escapes. A research ship is attacked by EVOs and sinks in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch Vortex, prompting Rex and Six to investigate. They discover an enormous EVO coral reef constructed out of the trash, led by an EVO named Surge, who claims that the humans have inflicted a curse upon them. Six reveals that the sunken research ship in fact contains a nuclear reactor, which will explode and destroy the entire coral reef if left unattended. Rex and Surge dive deep into an oceanic trench and deactivate the reactor just in time. In return for Surge's help, Rex and Six agree to keep the existence of his coral reef a secret from the rest of the world. Rex is sent on an undercover mission to spy on Van Cleis and the pack, including his siren-like sweetheart Cersei, who travel to the Bug Jar planning to strike a deal with its leader, No-Face. Rex deviates from the mission in an attempt to bring Cersei back to his side. As the two battle, Cersei reveals that Van Cleis wants Rex alive and well, and that there is something about Rex's increasingly powerful new abilities that he still needs. Rex is captured by the pack and brought before No-Face, who wishes to kill him in vengeance for his previous humiliation, which horrifies Cersei, as she does not have his premature death on her conscience due to how much she cares about him. Van Cleis intervenes when No-Face is about to kill him, causing the two to battle. In the ensuing chaos, Van Cleis and the pack escape, abandoning Cersei, and Rex, Bobo, and Cersei leave the Bug Jar. Cersei realizes she has nowhere left to go back to, and Rex suggests she go to Hong Kong and live with Cricket, Squid, and Tuck. After stopping another rabbit EVO, Rex begins to suspect something is wrong with Bobo when he begins acting unusually nice and even helping out around Providence. Six and Holiday brush off Rex's concerns, and Holiday reveals that prior to turning Evo, Bobo entertained sick children at hospitals. Rex, still suspicious, discovers that Bobo is in fact a robot, planted by the real Bobo as a ruse to allow him time away from Providence. Rex tries to teach Robo Bobo how to act like the real Bobo, but this only results in Robo Bobo causing chaos in the petting zoo. The real Bobo then returns and destroys Robo Bobo, convincing Six that the robot was created by an evil mastermind. Rex is kidnapped by a group of elite fighters led by Agent Six and taken to a remote island. There, Six explains that his name signifies his rank as the sixth most dangerous man in the world. He introduces Rex to the others: Doze, second; Trey, third; Four, fourth; and Five, fifth. Their leader, known only as One, is the most dangerous man on Earth, but has recently turned into an Evio. The group needs Rex to cure him. Rex attempts to heal One but realizes that he's incurable. The others decide that killing One is the only option, but Rex and Six refuse to let that happen. Together, they defend One from the others, buying Rex time to try again. In a final moment of clarity, One uses Rex's powers to speak through him, telling Six that he's proud of him before passing away peacefully. On their return to Providence, Six confides in Rex, admitting that it was Rex who inspired him to change his path and reject the title of the most dangerous man in the world. During a battle with a starfish-like Evo, Rex suddenly loses control of his powers and begins building strange, unidentified machines. At the Providence HQ, Rex assembles these machines into a large construct, which creates a force field which captures him. The HQ is then infiltrated by a mysterious man who releases Rex and reveals himself as Caesar Salazar, Rex's older brother. Caesar takes Rex away from Providence and explains his past. Caesar, along with Rex's parents Raphael and Violetta, was one of the scientists who worked on the original nanite project. During the nanite event, their parents were killed, and Caesar was sent 5 years into the future, explaining his absence from Rex's life. Caesar takes Rex to Abyssus, where they are attacked by Van Cleis, who recognizes Caesar. Rex and Caesar escape, and Caesar helps Providence defeat the starfish Evo using his advanced scientific knowledge. Recognizing Caesar as a potentially valuable asset, White Knight hires him as a scientist, though Six remains distrusting of him. A mysterious nanite-free zone appears in the midst of a massive storm in the desert. Rex is sent to investigate, discovering that Van Cleis and the pack are also present. Rex and Van Cleis are sucked underground and agree to put aside their differences temporarily to investigate the source of the zone, which Van Cleis sees as a threat to his EVO existence. As they travel deeper, they realize that their nanites are being slowly destroyed, causing them both to waste away. As they both may perish, Van Cleis convinces Rex to play a game of quid pro quo for each other's knowledge. Van Cleis then claims that Caesar was the one responsible for the nanite event. A disbelieving and furious Rex accidentally activates a security system built into the rocks, and the two realize that the whole area is a circuit board. Rex deduces that the source is Zag-RS, who survived their previous encounter in space and is now attempting to destroy all nanites using the storm. Van Cleis reveals that Rex's Omega-1 nanite can self-replicate, creating new nanites, and Rex uses this knowledge to fight back against Zag-RS until Van Cleis deactivates her and vanishes. Zag-RS is taken into Providence custody, and Caesar reveals that he originally designed her to eliminate stray nanites, and that her voice is that of Rex's late Mexican mother, Violetta. Breach travels to Hong Kong, China, as Van Cleis has an important mission for her involving Quarry. Worried that she is after Cersei, Rex follows her there but is deeply uncomfortable to see Cersei and Squid in a supposedly romantic relationship. Elsewhere, Breach springs Quarry out of prison to steal a rare and powerful weapon called a molecular destabilizer. Quarry and Rex fight, and Rex is able to defeat him by creating a new machine, a shield of super-energized atoms. Rex then bargains with Breach to release Cersei from her pocket dimension, offering her Quarry to take the blame before Van Cleis for the failure of her mission. Cersei then assures Rex that she and Squid are just friends. A scientist named Dr. Brandon Moses allegedly develops a cure for incurable EVOs, which greatly interests Dr. Holiday, who wishes to cure her sister Beverly. Holiday gives Beverly to Moses for him to cure her, but Rex, Six, and Bobo grow suspicious of him. They soon discover that his EVO cure is a ruse, and Moses is in fact collecting dangerous EVOs to sell them to the highest bidder, using a device to supercharge their nanites. Rex and the others confront Moses, who supercharges Beverly, but Rex, Six, and Holiday are able to reverse the process with Moses' machine, which successfully cures Beverly. Realizing that Holiday is too old for him, Rex encourages Six to show his own romantic feelings for her. While nearly all Providence staff have left the headquarters for field training exercises, Noah convinces Rex to throw a party. But the only attendees are a group of rude teenagers who bullied Rex in The Day That Everything Changed. Rex tries to entertain the teens all while keeping the party a secret from White Knight. Meanwhile, a cat-like EVO and former member of the pack escapes from containment and attacks Rex, but Rex is able to gain his allegiance when he realizes that he only wants revenge against Van Cleis. The cat EVO then comes to work for Providence, while White Knight dumps Rex, Noah, and the teens in the sewer as punishment for their party. Rex overhears Agent Six speaking to a mysterious man about a secret job. Soon after, Six steals a Providence ship and meets up with his old mercenary partners, Five and Trey, only to be surprised when Rex follows him. When the trio tries to eliminate Rex, he cleverly tricks them into fighting each other. After defeating both Trey and Five, Six goes after Rex. Inside the facility, Rex discovers an Evo being used to power not only the building but the entire country of Jagistan, the true objective of Six's mission. Rex and Six engage in a fierce battle, with Six ultimately overpowering Rex, largely because Rex refuses to fight back seriously, not wanting to harm his friend. Pinned and at Six's mercy, Rex calmly states that the most important thing he learned was to trust his judgment, whether new or from 6 years ago. Just as Six prepares to strike, he notices Rex doesn't even flinch. Moved by Rex's unwavering trust, Six stops his blade just millimeters from Rex's chest and agrees to regain his memories. Later, Six, now in Caesar's machine, asks for the machine to be activated and almost dies, but Rex destroys the control panel with his smack hands. The episode ends with Dr. Holiday, Rex, and Bobo filling Six in on stuff that happened during the past 6 years due to the machine not working right after Six expressed that he wanted to kill Caesar after almost killing him. Rex learns from Black Knight that 6 months ago, following Rex's disappearance during the incident with Breach, White Knight became erratic, and the Directorate lost faith in his ability to lead. Rex distrusts Black Knight, and upon further investigation, discovers that the collars are in fact being used to control EVOs against their will, and that Caesar is aiding in their development. Rex destroys Caesar's machine and attempts to flee Providence, but is seemingly captured by 2 agents. However, the agents are revealed to be Six and Holiday, who have set up a counter-operation to Providence in their own secret base. White Knight is revealed to have staged his death, and the reunited team prepares for a secret war against New Providence. Dr. Holiday studies mysterious prototype tech at the plant, while Rex, out joyriding, is attacked by a biker gang. After capturing one, Rex discovers their EVOs fused to their bikes due to deadly nanites. At base, Holiday confirms the nanites are killing them. Determined to help, Rex tracks the gang and challenges them to a street race, only to learn that Providence is also hunting them for their unstable signatures. When one biker collapses mid-race, Rex warns them their upgrades are fatal, but they refuse to stop, addicted to the thrill. They lead him to their supplier, Valve, a samurai-styled biker permanently fused to his machine. At Valve's lawless racetrack, Rex races 10 brutal laps, using only a trash can lid as a shield. When Six asks why he doesn't use his usual builds, Rex admits he thought they wouldn't work with the Rex ride. Mid-race, he discovers otherwise, combining the slam cannon and BFS to destroy Valve's bike. He finishes the fight with the smack hands, Holiday purges the biker's nanites, and the gang celebrates with one last race. A mysterious portal opens above Manhattan, dropping 16-year-old Benjamin Kirby Tennyson, humongosaur form and all, into Rex's reality. Mistaking him for an EVO, Rex attacks. Meanwhile, a mechanical entity slips through the portal and critically injures Agent Six, leaving him in a coma. Rex blames Ben and captures him, though Ben soon escapes and realizes he's no longer in his world. Reluctantly, the two team up. Caesar arrives and identifies the creature as Alpha, a prototype AI nanite Caesar designed to help nanites regulate themselves. However, Alpha became self-aware and began assimilating life forms, so Caesar banished it. Ben realizes Caesar sent Alpha to the Null Void, a prison dimension for alien criminals, causing Ben's arrival in this universe. With teamwork, they extract and destroy Alpha, then trap it in a dense sphere. Ben returns it to the Null Void. Six recovers, and Rex wonders if their paths will cross again. Rex, Six, and Bobo travel to Cairo, Egypt, where Dr. Holiday is investigating a recently uncovered ancient tomb containing hieroglyphs seemingly depicting nanites. Black Knight also discovers the tomb, wherein they encounter a mummified pharaoh, Garun Set, who comes to life. Garun Set reveals that he is an Evo and was taught English by the Great Father. Garun Set escapes from his tomb and reactivates a series of technologically advanced pyramids buried underground, which rise up across Cairo. Garun Set also destroys the Great Sphinx of Giza, revealed to be a tomb for an enormous two-headed cat Evio. Beneath where the Sphinx once stood, Holiday and Black Knight discover the fabled Hall of Records, which contains modern-day nanite technology. Rex confronts Garun Set as he attempts to take over Cairo, but discovers that his technology is far too old to function. The Sphinx dies, and Garun Set laments that he lives in a world of lies which Evos have no place in, and that the Great Father told him of Rex. Garun Set then dies. Later, Black Knight destroys the Hall of Records, and is revealed to have recovered a hieroglyphic picture of Van Cleis. While battling a plant-like Evo at a flower shop, Rex gets slimed and removes his goggles to clean them. He asks a nearby girl on a scooter to hold them, but she rides off wearing them. Before Rex can react, the plant attacks again. Black Knight and Providence arrive to capture the Evo for their petting zoo. Rex and Black argue, accidentally tearing the plant apart and releasing spores that infect anyone they touch, spreading the mutation rapidly. Dr. Holiday discovers the infection could overrun the world in 38 hours. Meanwhile, Rex keeps chasing the scooter girl, explaining to Six that the goggles were a one-of-a-kind gift from him, his first real present. After rescuing Holiday, Bobo launches Rex into the creature, allowing him to destroy its core, though infected people remain transformed. Rex later finds the girl, only to learn the goggles are standard delivery gear. Holiday returns them, now upgraded with advanced tech. The girl likes Rex's backup heart-shaped glasses, enough to agree to a date. White Knight reveals that Providence is secretly restarting the nanite project, though their exact motives are unknown. To uncover the truth, while White Knight retrieves a hidden item from his office floor, he is intercepted by Black Knight, leading to a fierce battle. Meanwhile, Rex deviates from the plan to confront Caesar, insisting he would never support the nanite project's return. To Rex's shock, Caesar admits he is leading the new project. His goal is to resurrect Dr. Gabriel Rylander using the same method that revived Van Cleis. Worse, Caesar confesses he caused the original nanite event, believing it would save the world. This confirms Van Cleis's earlier claims and deeply unsettles Rex. After escaping HQ, White Knight reveals he stole a meta-nanite, one of 5 nanites capable of rewriting reality itself. The consortium had planned to use them to become gods, and Caesar released them to stop that. Now, Black Knight aims to reclaim them all. While returning from a British geology convention they mistook for a rock festival, Rex and Noah encounter Fitzy Feekins, another human-looking EVO, able to nullify all EVO abilities around him, rendering Rex completely powerless. Providence pursues the group aggressively to recover Fitzy, but Rex and Noah are able to defeat them, and find Fitzy a job working at a milkshake restaurant. When they fail to get Feekins, Black Knight says that she must get much more aggressive with Rex from now on. After Providence captures Rex's friends in Hong Kong, Cersei escapes and contacts Rex. White Knight reveals that Providence has targeted a second meta-nanite located in Van Cleis's ruined castle in Abyssus, and asks Cersei to lead a mission to retrieve it. At Abyssus, Rex and Cersei encounter Beowulf, who has taken control in Van Cleis's absence, and reluctantly agrees to let them retrieve the meta-nanite just as Providence begins a massive siege on Abyssus. Rex and the EVOs are able to drive off. Cersei kisses Rex and pushes him off of the castle to safety just as she is captured by Providence, and Rex returns the meta-nanite to the Providence defectors. Rex learns that he's inherited a farm in Argentina, the home of his late father Raphael, and brings Noah Nixon, Claire Bowman, and Clumsy Annie along to check it out. However, there is more to this family trip than meets the eye. Inside the Salazar farmhouse's underground laboratory, Rex finds a family videotape that showed him how his late Argentinian father, Raphael, had assured him The voice of his late Mexican mother, Violeta, is heard as she had been holding the video camera back then, which she had wanted the teenage Caesar to hold for a while. The jungle cat EVO, called Nightshade, from Dark Passage and Grounded about 1 year ago, returns from his petrified state and helps Rex and Agent 6 attempt to find and take out Black Knight's 5 bosses in the consortium, who funded the Nanite project in the hopes of becoming almighty gods. Rex is somehow capable of communing mentally with one of the Master Control nanites and discovers another at headquarters, upon seeing a partially resurrected incorporeal Dr. Rylander. Elated, Rex wonders if it could be done for their parents, Raphael and Violeta, but Caesar sadly says that it cannot be done. But Rex no longer trusts Caesar's word. Dr. Rylander prompts Caesar to give Rex some crucial information, but he is not able to divulge such a secret as Black Knight shows up. Black Knight launches an assault on the Providence defectors base to capture the remaining 2 meta-nanites. During a confrontation with Rex, Black Knight reveals that she herself is an EVO with the same powers as him. She was a test subject during the Nanite project and was turned into an EVO after Rex as an improved version. Providence captures Rex and his team, but Van Cleise reveals that Rex has the 5th and final meta-nanite inside of him, preventing Black Knight from killing him. Rex is transported to the laboratory in Abyssus, where Caesar reveals that the only way to safely remove the 5th meta-nanite from Rex is to place him inside of the machine that will insert the other 4 meta-nanites into the consortium. The consortium and Rex enter the machine, along with Black Knight, who demands the position after threatening the consortium, resulting in the meta-nanites being unexpectedly split between Black Knight and the consortium members, transforming them into EVOs with mighty reality warping, elemental, and teleporting powers. Angry at the flawed results of the experiment, the consortium take out their anger on Rex until Providence suddenly intervenes, with White Knight having returned as leader. Providence evacuates Rex, and they begin plans to fight back against the consortium. The consortium begin to sow chaos across the world, using their powers to pursue personal vendettas and greed. Faced with this threat, 6 reveals to Rex the existence of his full biomechanical EVO form, which may be powerful enough to stop the consortium, but could also result in him losing his memories. After contemplating this, Rex finally confronts the consortium, just as they are attempting to redo the experiment to gain the full power of the meta-nanites. Rex enters his full EVO form but is defeated by the consortium, but retains his memories. The consortium restart the process, but Van Cleise betrays them, revealing that he has retained his sanity and has always intended the power of the meta-nanites for himself. He strongly implies that he killed Rex's parents after they tried to stop him. Van Cleise activates the process, but it fails, and his arm is destroyed. Caesar reveals that his late parents secretly programmed the meta-nanites to work only for Rex, preventing them from being used by anyone else. Rex absorbs the combined meta-nanite and becomes all-powerful. He spontaneously cures every EVO on Earth, then permanently deactivates the meta-nanites, not wanting to abuse their power. In the aftermath, Providence continues its work to investigate and perfect nanites. Caesar, Gabriel Rylander, and Peter Meacham begin working together on a new project, and Rex is reunited with Cersei and his friends, all of whom have returned to their human forms. Black Knight and the consortium escape to an unknown location, while Breach takes Van Cleise and the pack away through her portals. The series concludes with Rex continuing his work for Providence to protect the Earth as the last and strongest EVO on the planet. So that will be it from us. If you enjoyed the video, let us know which character was your favorite. Also, do not forget to leave us a like and subscribe to our channel for similar content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one.